if you think the inflation of 2020 into 22 and 23 was bad, I don't think you understand how bad things are going to get with this Iran war. I don't care if you're pro, against, whatever. The fact is, oil is going up through the moon. Energy is going to go up through the moon. If energy goes up, everything else is going to go up. I think personally, this is all the new, can I even say the word? The new scamdemic, where they're going to use some type of crisis to facilitate huge monetary expansion and just print a lot more money. Well, costs are through the roof. Nobody can afford to eat. I guess we need more surveillance state to keep you and the kids safe. If they ever say they're going to keep the kids safe, they're not keeping the kids safe. But we also need to give you more money to support you, more CERB checks or more stimulus like they did in COVID, and just turn that money printer on. And the inflation, granted, it's going to take a little bit for that to show up in the system, but it is going to be like a way you have never seen before. That's what I think personally. I could be wrong. That is where my spidey senses are tingling to, because everything comes back to the fake money system, the fake debt-based Ponzi scheme where the money supply is constantly expanding, and that's the only way to constantly expand the GDP, to expand the revenue, to expand profits, to et cetera, et cetera. Oop, chair almost broke. Put on too much muscle, I suppose. You know, Doug Brown, former Winnipeg Blue Bomber, I was working out with him one time when I was 16. I remember he was on an exercise ball. It blew up right in front of me. Bang! Exercise ball gone. And he said, must be God's way to tell me I'm getting fat. And he retired. Never played another game in the CFL after that following that summer. Anyway, go back on topic here. So the inflation is going to be very, very bad in the years to come, in the future, I do believe. And that should be at the forefront of your concern. All you people being pro-Iran, anti-Iran, pro-Israel, and it's all a distract, all the politics stuff, like, oh, Thomas Massey's going to save us from Trump. Oh, Trump's going to save us from Biden. Pierre is going to save us from Mark Carney. Daniel Smith, it's all a distraction. And to be honest with you, even when I was writing some of the points that I wanted to hit on for this video, there are so many distractions out there. It's hard to keep track, right? It's hard to stay focused on things that actually make a difference and that actually matter. Hopefully this video helps to cut through some of the noise, but it is astonishing how much bullshit there is out there to distract you from things. Because again, there's no political solution. So we talked about the inflation and how the money system and how the economy is going to continue to collapse because nothing is growing, right? Especially as costs continue to rise with the inflation, they are going to crush every single small business, most medium-sized businesses. And then guess what? You need the government to eat. Bring in the surveillance state. I do believe that is how it's going to play out. That plus the huge monetary expansion. It does worry me, some of the AI technology they're testing over the Middle East. I guess we'll just leave it at that. I'm wondering, okay, well, when does that come home? Because it's going to come home eventually. I do think Canada is a safer bet than the U.S., whether it's a war, a draft of some kind on home soil. I do think the U.S. is headed for a lot more crazy stuff than Canada is in the very near future. Also, I'm going to be honest, I got the wool pulled over my eyes just like a lot of us did with Uncle Donnie. I thought Uncle Donnie was going to be the golden age is here, America's back, he's going to lead the charge, back to a more free time, a better time, and Canada will follow suit. Oh, nope. Could not have been anything further from the truth. Not only did he not do what he said he was going to do, he did the opposite of what he was going to do. You will get no deportations, and we will not drain the swamp. We're going to get more corruption and more money laundering for the AI surveillance state. Park that to the side. Offered some solutions there. Because there's some things you just can't do anything about, right? The train will roll no matter what, whether you like it or not. The destruction of the West, the surveillance state, the AI coming, just surrender to it. There's nothing you can do about it. Why fight it? Why bitch and moan? Just accept it and find a way to profit off it, or how to stop yourself from getting wrecked. Now, the next part I want to talk about is the Great Replacement Theory. And hopefully this talk is so good that YouTube will put the banner in the bottom of the description saying, here's a disclaimer about the Great Replacement Theory. It's a conspiracy theory, aka conspiracy truth that'll be proven right in about 2 weeks. What's the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth? Well, presently about 2 weeks. It's probably going to shorten up in the very near future. Anyway, the Great Replacement Theory. In Canada, Canada's been taken over, depending on which pocket you are in. For some reason, they've dumped all the Somalians and the Africans in Winnipeg and in Saskatchewan. I don't know why they've dumped people in the hottest spot to the coldest spot, maybe to make them uncomfortable and more civil unrest. That makes sense to me. I was just in Toronto last week. That place is literally New India. If there was any doubt that there was not a complete takeover of Jeets and Indians and Third Worlders in Toronto, it's over. It's literally all that, and if they're not that color of Skittles, it's fat, overweight white people. My goodness. You fatties, just head in your phone, sleepwalking through life to your 300 square foot studio apartment in your cubicle, working your nonprofit career for the government. It is over in Toronto. You could not pay me to live in that shithole. Never would I ever live there. And if you're one of the few people watching from the Toronto area that are awake, I apologize, but Toronto's a shithole.